What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I am doing a little bit of an impromptu stream today. I've been really wanting to stream more on this channel, and I've been thinking about it a lot in general. So I was, I just kind of had the opportunity, had the time, and had something to talk about and do on stream, so I figured why not. I just got back from a quick visit to 2nd and Charles. If you did not know, 2nd and Charles relatively recently started having a bulk brick table out in the store, at least in my store. So I have checked that out a couple times now, and it's just totally random bricks. I imagine it's probably sets that people come to sell to them that are just not complete, or if people come and sell like bulk collections to them, they just dump it into the bulk table, and then you basically go and you buy a bag for $5, a small Ziploc bag for $5, and you fill it up with whatever you want. So that's what I did today. I was going with the hopes of finding dark gray 1x bricks, because I'm going to be working on some mills roads for my city, and I found some. I kind of lost focus partway through, mostly because I wasn't finding a lot of those specific kinds of bricks, so I was just grabbing whatever I thought was interesting or I thought would be helpful for some of my city projects. So I have the entire haul of what I got at 2nd and Charles right here, and as you'll notice, I finally found some CMFs, Series 29 also, which I have been looking all over for these. I was at a Lego store last weekend, and even they had sold out like immediately. So, and if you can see here, 2nd and Charles is upcharging $2 on what they should be. So I know who's in here. I think I'm gonna wait till the end to open this, but I'll just put him off to the side for now. But this is what I got. I got these 2 bags. 2nd and Charles, again, at least my store, is a no bag store, so they don't give you a plastic bag to carry out your stuff in. So I just filled these up and then walked out of the store with them open like this, and I put them in the cup holder of my car, which worked. But yeah, fortunately they don't care about if you're overflowing, if you can't close the bag. They do not care. I think they're just happy to get rid of it. So yeah, this is what I got. You can see it's lots of earth tone kind of things, yellows for again my road plates that I'm going to be working on for my city stuff. So I don't even know what the best way to get into this is going to be. I think what I'll do is get my tray out here, and I'm just gonna start, just gonna start kind of big things, dumping some things. Fortunately, stuff up here, super accessible for me to be able to reach, just sitting here. So I might try and go for some of that stuff first, just to speed things along. But it's going to be a bit of getting up, walking around. So I've found 2 Duplo bricks. These I'm planning on using some Duplo for some of the kind of structure of my city. So always happy to find Duplo. Just going to brush out my... Alright, let's get into it. So I'm going to do kind of solid bricks down here, and then use these other pockets for some more specialized things. I know I have a handful of masonry bricks. I got lots of tiles too, so I'll put tiles in this pocket over here, and maybe we'll do plates up here. I think I need to adjust my tripod situation here so I can get a little closer to the bricks and see what I'm doing. Forgive the shakiness. How's that? How's that? Got some good windows too. I kind of realized I was building the botanical garden recently, and I sort of came to realize I don't have a lot of these kind of windows that are just free for like free building. I have tons of modular buildings, and obviously a lot of these get used in the modular buildings, so I have a lot that are in use, but I don't have a lot that are available just for other projects. So I grabbed some of these that I found, and this kind of stuff. Always super great to have. You know, it's not techniques are a cornerstone of any like significant Lego project. So, and these I have big plans for. So these I do not have nearly enough of, and I was really happy to find a nice handful of them at Second and Charles. If I can remember what drawer I keep them in. Yeah. I'm just gonna put these off to the side because I know I have a bunch in this collection here. Found a lot of 2x4 tiles, which are good to have. All Lego is good to have, you know, if you ask me. I'll put jumper tiles in there too. More of these nice windows. Some slopes. Yeah, I don't know, I probably won't put off opening this figure for too long because we'll see how interesting just watching sorting is. My trouble, like I know it would be kind of more interesting to see like all my sorting containers and stuff, so if I had like a multiple camera situation up here, that could be really cool. I could sort of cut around to different camera angles as I'm moving around the room to sort stuff and put things away, but it'd be a little involved. I also got a lot of these like half tiles, 2x2 half tiles. These are super useful for all sorts of things, so glad to have those. I have a pretty good amount of those. But I think with city building, that's the kind of thing you can go through quite quickly. I also found a lot of these 3x3 plates, which I have an okay collection of. A lot of these are hearts in here from the Pick-a-Brick wall. But yeah, these are also really useful, especially for building Mills plates, which I'm getting into a lot now. So that's one of those parts where it's definitely not new, but I've been collecting Lego for so long that my a lot of my collection's kind of old, honestly, and you know, parts that are that have been introduced in the past like 10-15 years even. I look at them sometimes, I'm like, oh, that's a new part, but it's just because I don't have a lot of them. This I was happy to see. I was building something recently. This is just one of those parts that, you know, not super common. Again, relatively newer. And I don't have any spare ones. And I was trying to recreate the stairs from the modular police station in something I was working on. And I didn't have any of these. So, found one. That's cool. And I found 2 of these shield tiles, which are great. I did not have a lot of those at all. Also found a lot of these, kind of similar in nature to these half tiles. You know, Same vibe of like a 4 stud sized plate, partially tiled off, partially studded. Those are always really useful. And I am fully running out of room for leaves, but I have found 1 or 2 leaves in there. That's one of those parts that, like, if I see it, you know, we kind of never have enough of those. Or never have too many of those, I should say. I found a bunch of these too, which again, this is not a new element really, but I don't have very many of them because a lot of my collection is so old. So and these I'm starting a pretty good collection of. I just got a lot of these from the Pick-a-Brick wall recently. This is a previous Pick-a-Brick wall visit. Got me these blue ones, but I just got a bunch of them in black, I think. I haven't sorted those into the collection yet. And also, you know, gold parts are always great. This I thought was kind of neat to see, this gold modified plate. I have an entire drawer of gold parts, which I'm always, every time I'm sorting and I have a gold part to put away, I'm sort of debating, do I put it with the other elements that it matches, or do I put it with the gold parts? I feel like gold is one of those colors where, you know, if I'm building something in gold, I want it to all be gold. So I might as well have all my gold parts in one place. But I also just don't build in gold very often. So. And then another kind of interesting thing with this particular bulk table that I've noticed is there's lots of old gray. So again, I think that kind of lends to my thought that probably just like a bunch of people's bulk collection that they've sold the second in Charles just get stumped in there. I don't know. I'm kind of sentimental about old gray, honestly. And it's just one of those things where, especially a part like this is like relatively specialized. And if you have some old set that needs this in old gray, this is kind of like a pretty significant part. Like if this is missing, that's going to be pretty noticeable. So I just thought, you know, whatever, I'll grab it. So I'm going to actually put these trans blue parts in a particular bin that I have going up here. Little 1x2 slope. Got a lot of those. Those I don't use a ton yet, but I think as I get more into developing my city and my mill plates and stuff, I'm going to wind up using a lot more of those. And I would say I'm quite good at picking out Lego from non-Lego parts, which is something that you have to worry about a lot with a bulk situation like that. I mean, like maybe at a bricks and minifigure store, it's less of a problem that everything's going to be like real authentic Lego. But Second and Charles does not care. So I was sifting through things pretty keenly, keeping an eye out for non-Lego parts. And I found a couple of these phones too. Again, just kind of a different connection type that could be useful. And this is from Life on Mars stuff. This was these are the arms for some of the Martians from Life on Mars, and that was the first system set that I ever had, was a little promotional Life on Mars set that came with a alien that had these arms. So I was like, hey, I'll take that. So now I'm going to put away all this stuff that is in this tray. And let's see, we'll start with these because these are right here. These 2x4 tiles, I have a bunch of here. Yep, another one. 2x2 jumper plate. A bunch of those in light gray and dark gray. And then I have a drawer here on my wall that is all 1x3 tiles. This is another thing, you know, relatively newer. So this is all I have of these, and I found a good bunch of them today. And I think everything else, oh no, this can go up here. I have one drawer of these. So that can go in there. And yeah, everything else I'm going to have to go around the room a second and put away. So I'll be right back. All right. I think I'll leave these kind of odds and ends here for the time being. Just as I go through more, I will have bigger piles to go through in there. And I'm going to stick with kind of the same, oops, missed a plate here. I'm going to stick with the same sorting method using my tray. More old gray. Yeah, I'll leave that kind of assembled. That's going to go to my Technic side. Another snot brick bin. These, I don't even know what you call these, but this kind of brick I have a whole drawer of on the other side of the room. This is a drawer that is really getting full. These are my kind of standard 1x2 snot brackets. I know somebody who's going to love that one. Oh, and look, they all went into the bricks that I have to sort out. Oh, it went everywhere. I only got that out because I was telling you guys that. When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, annoying. Oh my gosh, that's like stream ending. I mean, probably not for like a normal person. I get so mad. Oh my gosh. Imagine I just ended this, I just stormed off. Oh my gosh. Oh, and now, because there's some of these inverted ones. Some of these inverted ones in the mix here. I wish somebody was alive for that. Someone on the floor. So. That's the kind of thing that like Germa would like fake, you know? Like Germa would do a Lego stream and then like drop something, you know, so it would go all over the place. But that was a genuine moment. I do that kind of shit all the time. I do that a lot. I shouldn't say I do that a lot. But, you know, it happens. It happens. But the only reason I was pulling those out was just to say I have too many of these. I mean, you know, I have a lot. I have a lot of these. Oh my gosh. They went all in there. But these I think I'm going to be using a lot of for my my Mills plates for my city, for sure. What do you guys want to talk about now? I should have, I didn't post this on my Instagram that I'm live. Should have done that. You know, it's whatever. This is probably kind of a weird time to be starting a stream anyway, but... Alright, I'm not pulling this drawer out again. I'm definitely going to be having more of these to sort and put away, but this is what it looks like. Now you know. It's off camera. See, they get so full I can like close the drawer and they fall out. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a fun side quest. I should have just sat in silence for the rest of the stream. Said absolutely nothing. Hello, if you welcome to the stream. Whoever just joined in, if you want to see something funny happen, scroll back a couple minutes. I'm looking for where I keep these. Not that you can help me with that, but that's why I'm not doing anything at the moment. It might be on my other wall. Where do I keep these? Literally, where do I have these? This is just one of those 1x2 bricks with the channel in the middle. Hello? Why can I not find this? I for sure think I have them in like a big drawer. Maybe I have them somewhere else in the room altogether. I don't know. I'm just going to put this to the side for now and stop wasting time. 2x3 tile. Those have a home. I also found a good number of these, which I do not have many of at all. These 1x3 jumper plates. Also very useful for tons of things. And somewhere in here, we'll find it eventually, I found a fern piece, which that'll start, you know, becoming kind of more common. This is a classic, this is an old piece. I feel like it was maybe only used in like old castle sets. I have a couple of these from my older collection stuff. But that was interesting to see. Like sometimes you find a lot of stuff in like the same era in those sort of like bulk scenarios, but there's really a wide range of things at this Second and Charles table. Like I said, I found a lot of old gray parts, so that was really cool. And every time I see inverted tiles, I'm always excited. I do not have a lot of inverted tiles. Hey, welcome to the stream. Just sorting through some stuff I found at Second and Charles bulk table today. Probably just heard my stomach make some noise. I am hungry. I am hungry at the moment. Should I change the camera angle? Person watching? Is this a little like, is this too close on just the bricks and not seeing where they're going? Let me know. Found a bunch of these kind of newer inverted slopes. I do have a good amount of these in tan. I'm gonna be using these for my my beach, my city. And there's actually I've actually used a lot of these in the current version of my beach. This is cool too. You don't find a lot of minifigure parts in the Second and Charles bin. I think they pull stuff out, anything that's minifigure related. But this was cool. I don't think I have any of these. Put that over here for no reason. Yeah, just a bunch of these phones. Don't really know. There must be a set that has those in bulk. And I found a couple of these Technic Gear bricks. I think we'll just go through the rest of this bag quick before I take this around the room to sort stuff out. More window frames. This one I was excited to see. This isn't... I need a lot of these for something I'm going to be working on. This is not quite the color I need it in. I do need them in dark gray, but this will probably work just fine. I also found, I feel like I'm going crazy. I have to actually compare this. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in orange, and I was like, it has to have been the lighting in there. I was looking at a lot of this stuff. Yeah. I was looking at a lot of this stuff, and I was like, oh, is this that new, like, reddish orange shade they made recently? But it's definitely not. I think the lighting in there was throwing me off. Found also a really good amount of these 2x2x2 snot bricks. So put that in there. I'm going to carefully put this back. And I have a whole drawer of these. I found pretty much any snot brick I saw. I grabbed. And yeah, a lot of these 2x4 tiles, particularly a lot of them in light gray. So Not sure if that was something from a set in bulk or what. But yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, like, I would say any kind of bulk scenario like that is always the best way to buy Lego as far as like efficiency goes. You know, if you're just trying to get parts, like the pick a brick wall is like really like great prices. I would say generally, you know, kind of depends on what kind of parts you're filling your box with, but oh, I actually have a separate drawer for these. So these sort of multi-sided snot wall pieces just go in there. But yeah, I mean, $10 for like really not bad, and I use in-store credit. So I mean, so with a really good amount of these, oops, I think we're good. I think we're okay. Just waiting for YouTube to catch up. There we go. Okay. Don't know what that was. Just Wi-Fi issue, I think. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Dang. Here's a fun drawer. 1x1 Technic bricks. I have a couple of these over here actually that I will. Oh no, these are not standard bricks. Technic axle bricks, not Technic pin bricks. So those, I feel like I must have a drawer for those over on my Technic wall. So I'll have to check that. Just keep going. I found a couple green frogs. Can't go wrong. These, or I'm sorry, pink frogs. These for sure came from the bonsai tree. So I have the bonsai tree, and I definitely have however many frogs come from that. But I have that assembled at the moment, so just have some spare green, pink frogs. This I try not to grab stuff that was like really beat up. This 2x2 round tile is a little beat up, but that's okay. And more old gray. Love that. Oh, and I found this black bone. Thought that was kind of neat. I have a whole bin that I've been keeping bone parts in and skeletons. Just pop that in there. All right, how long have we been streaming for? Yeah, so I think I'll try and get through this second bag too. Here's a cheese slope. I have a whole drawer somewhere of earth tone or like stone colored cheese slopes, because those are so common and abundant, obviously. Where are those? I do this all the time. I just cannot. There we go. Sometimes I just cannot find a drawer. There we go. All right, and now I think I'm gonna go around the room a little bit and put these away. So, hello to whoever's watching while I'm just going around the room quick. You can scroll back a couple minutes in the stream if you want to see something funny. Actually, though, where did that drawer go? Whatever. Sometimes I do make the mistake of, I'll take a drawer out and then, without realizing it, I'll put it back in a different spot. Oh, here it is. I just put it on the other table over here. This is kind of a mess of different tile types. So it's like these 2x4 jumper tiles, ingot tiles, and this big 6x6 tile. It's the only one I have, so I just threw it in there. Okay, now I'm going to go around the room and put this stuff away. Be right back. Now on camera quick, I'm going to sift through these a little bit more. This goes up here. I actually have a whole drawer over here that I generally throw sand blue and other cool colors into. God, my color balance is crazy. This does not look nearly as vibrant as it is. As a really vibrant pink. That's that coral color. So I'll throw these in here. But yeah, it's just sort of like rare retired colors I have in here, like this old royal blue, old purple, sand purple. That's my like one and only, well, these two. My only sand purple partner collection. Those are in there. And I don't even know what this color is called. I don't think that's very light gray. Maybe that's very light gray. But that's where that is. So, just some random rare colors in there. And I just like sand blue. I don't really do much with it, build-wise, but I've just been sort of accumulating it all here. This is kind of roughly sorted. This part, there we go. I have some of these rounded corner plates. Okay, now we'll go and put these away. Alright, we're getting there. One bag down. And we'll get into this one. Here's another minifigure part that I happened to find. Dual molded hard hat and earmuffs, earphones, whatever. Ear protectors. Don't have many of those. That's also not super new, but a little bit less common of an element. So yeah, I probably should have like put all the dark gray bricks that I found to the side just to like keep tabs of how many I actually found. When I went the first time, I wasn't really actively looking for those, and then I got to work on some stuff here. And I was like, oh, I think I need... Oh, I didn't realize I grabbed a broken one. Yeah, when I was there a couple weeks ago, I didn't have that target in mind to find these dark gray bricks, but I was thinking about it after I did decide I needed them, and I was like, I bet there was a pretty good amount at that Second and Charles, and it was okay. I definitely found some, but I don't know. I'm gonna need a lot for what I'm trying to do. So yeah, even more of these sort of half tile things. This is a drawer that's getting really full as well. But yeah, I mean, I sell pretty much any Lego fan, collector, builder that buying bricks secondhand is absolutely the way to go. You know, I mean, some folks do know what the value is and what to charge for, and you know, that just kind of is what it is. But I'd say generally with like bulk parts, you're gonna get pretty good prices. This I thought was really cool. This I definitely don't really have a great home for. I have some angled tiles I guess I could put this with, but I'm just curious like specifically what this came from. I do not have many of these. I have a couple in the Botanical Garden, which I just built, but not a very common part for me. And then this wheel well thing. This I feel like was from like a model or something, like a character or animal model. Like Gizmo, right? Could be like Gizmo's eye or something. Just kind of an odd color to have a wheel well piece in. Alright, and I'm standing up again. More 1x3 tiles. Ooh, inverted tile. This I thought was cool too. I just recently got a bunch of these in brown from the Pick a Brick wall, but this one's in gold. I feel like that's from some kind of picture frame type of set. And this was like assembled in the bin, so I just wanted these hollow studs. Didn't really need this, but whatever. It's not brick. Found another one of these. Last time I did a stream on, what was it? Some yard sale stuff, I don't remember. But I found one of these and I was like all excited because I thought it was super rare. Maybe it was-ish a couple years ago. But less so now. So, I actually have as you can see, there's a couple green ones in there. So. But either way, not a super common color to see those great tiles in. Alright, there's that. Here's all my masonry bricks. Those I'm going to be using a lot of soon for a city project. And this color stood out to me. I guess this is sort of like one of the flesh colors for different minifigures, but this I thought was kind of interesting to see in this curved tile or curved plate. So it goes in there. Yeah, I'm gonna just put away these tiles quick. Some old gray in here. I don't think I'm separating out my old grays in tiles just yet. Alright, I'm going to keep going and put some more of this bag in here. Silvery stud. This is chrome. I have like a kind of mix of silver drawers here. This is mostly like straight up actual chrome parts, and then this is more of like the drum lacquer silver. I could probably stand just to mix these together. I don't know. The chrome looks really cool on their own though. I'm gonna leave it as it is for right now. But I don't know why I have like the studs in there. Whatever. I really miss chrome elements. That's a commonly held feeling for obvious reasons. But yeah, I love chrome elements. This is a part that I'm a big fan of. I don't know, it's just really satisfying and pretty. Just this 2x6 tile is cool. I think I just have those in here. Do I have any in here? Yeah, I do. These long 1x plates. Anything that's like just long bricks and plates in general, really useful for doing Mills plates. So I tried to grab as many of those. Here's the fern I was talking about, found earlier. Just kind of random. I've got a nice little collection of fern. This is from Pick a Brick Wall. I was super excited to see those when I found that last year. Another one of these. This I can't even find like a good name online for these. These are an incredible brick though. Super useful. Yeah, here's a bunch of these snot bricks that I found. Whoops. Oh yeah, another one of these in dark red. It's cool. I'm going crazy. And these I have a lot of, but these, you know, you can wind up in situations where color really matters when you're building with these. And if you need a lot, they're really easy to run through. I was working on something the other day up here that I was getting into it, and I started to use those, and I was like, man, I was using a dark tan corner plates like that, and I really ran out quickly. I also keep running into this issue where I have so much of something like this where it's really overflowing these smaller drawers, but I have so few of the bigger ones. And I'm somewhat regretting going with the style of drawers I did here, because I feel like having more of these bigger drawers would be good, but I do use a lot of the small ones, so. And they obviously, I can fit a lot more of the small ones. And then I can sort of sort things down even further the more drawers I have. So always a problem of trying to figure out what you want to spend the amount of space that you have on. I don't know if I'm going to be adding more of these bin drawers. They're so useful, and I you know, as far as usefulness, I could have like infinite drawers and, you know, not run out of like types of bricks to sort into them. But as far as wall space goes, surface area, I'm already pretty much at capacity as far as putting up more of these on the walls for sorting. So I don't know. I might try and get more creative and find new places that I can put up some of these. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. I don't know what timestamp it's at, but oh gosh, is my computer? Oh boy. Oh, my computer's kind of freaking out. Oh, my computer's freaking out. Am I okay? We still live? Okay, we're good. I don't know what timestamp it's at. Yeah, and every time I try and look, my computer starts to get weird. But if you scroll back a ways, something kind of funny happened. I don't know what time it was at, but I just dropped a bunch of parts. You don't. I dropped a bunch of parts because I was sorting. Like I pulled a drawer out and I was showing it on the camera, and then I just dropped them everywhere. I had to waste a bit of time cleaning up. But I got all this plus what I've been putting away all this time for $10 at Second and Charles, and I used in-store credit from some movies that I took there a couple weeks ago. So basically got all this, you know, for free. It's awesome. They have like a big bulk table thing that they do now, where you just can buy a bag and they don't even care if you can't close the bag, it's so full. They're just like, take it. So, I went for the first time a couple weeks ago and had some free time today, so I went back. And I still have some in-store credit left. Not even fully tapped out yet, so. Yeah, do you just need the link? Let's see if I can do this. Well, yeah, I will do it when I'm done. I don't want to try and like have too much going on my computer right now. But yes, I will. I will do that. I was thinking, I was thinking about how our 10th anniversary of Masters in Business is coming up, about re-uploading it, or leaving the upload so we don't lose like the timestamp of when it was uploaded, but cutting out that particular joke at the beginning and then making the video public. Because I feel like aside from that one joke at the beginning, there's nothing like too problematic about that video in any way, aside from just how obscure it is. But I kind of got a vision of it, now that it is 10 years old, as just like, if it were public, it would be like this random thing that could pop up in people's feeds. And it's just this weird video that's 10 years old. And they're like, just 10 years old? Why am I being recommended this? I don't, obviously there's no control over whether or not that would actually happen, but I would just love to be able to make it public, and I'm definitely not putting that joke on my channel. Yeah, we should do that. I'm so excited about that. I can't believe it's as old as it is. It's actually crazy. I know two things. Some more of these ingot tiles. Oh my gosh, almost there. I'm waiting to finish sorting all this until I open up this figure, which I bought for $2 more than Lego sells it for at Second and Charles. I've not been able to find these anywhere. I finally found them. Did not find the one that everybody's been hunting after. Although I kind of did. I found one of the really popular ones people are excited about. So I'm waiting to open that as the finale to this stream. And maybe I'll do it before I get to sorting all this stuff. I'm just gonna get these kind of major bricks put away, because these things I'm gonna have to be running around the room to put away. And I can't really do that on camera. I've been thinking a little bit about like doing like a GoPro mounted stream up here. I don't have a GoPro, and I don't know how you get a GoPro connected to like a stream necessarily, but I've been hypothetically thinking about that. Just to kind of add like some more visual interest to things, because just kind of having the camera locked on here is a little, you know, not the most exciting. Because I stream for myself, you know, for my own purposes, and I enjoy doing it, but I try and think about what I would actually enjoy watching myself, you know. So, anyway, I'm going to put these away quick. I'm going to put away these tiles, come back and sort out the plates a little bit before I put them away. Put away these plates quick. going to separate out these. So I definitely found like an okay amount of dark gray bricks. I'm gonna need so many for what I'm trying to do with them that it feels kind of like just a drop in the bucket, but you know, slowly I'm gonna be building up the quantity that I need. So I'll put these Technic bricks to the side. Right, now I'm gonna put away these bricks and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna put these drawers back in their place because all those parts have been sorted out where they need to be. Oh yeah, wait, this doesn't go there. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this back in. This is pretty full. Kinda. All right. Now we can finally see our minifigure. All right. So these came out last Friday. They were finally released. A bunch of stores put them out early, unfortunately, so people got them sooner, and then they sold out like immediately. Mostly because of this Bionicle figure. This year is the 25th anniversary of Bionicle. They do not really do almost anything to like mention Bionicle pretty much ever, so this is a pretty big deal. And then right next to him is this Ronin figure, which is just Lloyd from Ninjago, but like a really cool new detailed Lloyd from Ninjago. Ninjago's turning 15 years old this year. So, and Bionicle, you know, was a huge, gigantic company-saving success for Lego. Ninjago was pretty much the same thing, especially in the realm of like original Lego themes. So, really cool that they did that for both of these themes, that they put them in this collection this way. And just aside from these two, this is a really, really awesome series. There's probably, I'd say like just these three figures right here. The soccer goalie, which I don't hate it that much or anything. But the soccer goalie, the robot T-Rex, and the Boba costume person are the only three that I like don't really care about. Every other figure in this collection, I'm like, I need to have that. So anyway, been looking everywhere for these. Everywhere I go, either sold out or just doesn't have them. So I finally found them at Second & Charles, and they're $7 when they're supposed to be $5. So, and the cashier was not super happy that I was standing there scanning the like 6 that they had there. So I was sort of rushed, but I found this one, and I was happy that they were there, and I was happy I found what I wanted, so I bought it. And it's the Ronin So I'm not like a huge Ninjago person by any means. I think they make some really cool sets. Um, yeah, thank you. I've thought about that a little bit because I have so much like Lego history in my brain that's stored. That would be pretty cool to do. But yeah, so I'm not like a huge Ninjago person necessarily, but they make really cool sets and they do make some really awesome minifigures. And this is a particularly cool one. So it's got dual molded printed legs, printed arms, printed torso front and back. This awesome shoulder pauldron slash sword scabbard for his back. And then this head, I think this is like a not standard Lloyd print head. I think those cheekbone prints are like new. So I feel like this is supposed to be like an older Lloyd character, like an older version of Lloyd, because they're all kind of like teenagers in Ninjago from what I understand. So I think this is supposed to be like more of an adult Lloyd, which is cool. But then the coolest part is this freaking headpiece. Look at that. That's so awesome. Yeah. All the dual molded, anything dual molded is just so cool. And especially like hair hat combos are so cool to me because we've never had anything like that in Lego when I was a kid. It was always like either you're going to have a hat on or you're going to have hair, but you can't have both. And it's the best of both worlds, you know? And then he's got a bunch of shurikens and a standard katana. I'll put the katana in his scabbard in the back. See if there's... Yeah, that's cool. And then I'm actually not even going to take apart the shurikens. Extra valuable when they're all still together, right? They do need Ninja Harry. Be the brown ninja. The laxative ninja. Lloyd Christmas Ninja. But yeah, that's one. I'll show you the whole series here quick, and you can see because there's more than just what's on the box. So yeah, don't really care about the robot T-Rex guy. Next to her, number 2, is the like diver girl. Again, really cool dual molded hair and goggle piece there. And then that little clownfish is a brand new element. I really like that. I probably need about 20 of those. I do not think... I think they'll reuse this clownfish. After this CMF series ends, I think they'll be making that more available. I hope, at least. That does kind of tend to happen with certain elements that get introduced in the CMF line. So I hope that fish is one of them. Then there's the Bionicle there with his Bionicle canister. So it's a guy in a Bionicle costume. It's like a Bionicle cosplayer. I don't honestly love like every single thing about this figure, but just in general, I'm excited about it, and it is cool. So yeah, I want to make like a modified version. A lot of people are doing that, but Vampire Hunter Steampunk chick, super cool with the printed vampire wanted poster. Very like Hugh Jackman Van Helsing. Yes, that was an Aqua Raiders reference that I made earlier. And then like this Boba costume just sucks. Like, hello? Compared to everything else, I mean, like the face print is kind of cute. And that part they're gonna reuse, I feel like. You know, maybe not in like this Boba form, but they'll make like a city food truck set. But it's just a plain pink torso. I'm pretty sure the torso doesn't even have any printing on it anywhere. And she comes with a cherry. Like that is so boring. Maybe that's just what you get when like other figures have such great parts. You have to like put one figure in the wave that's like really boring and doesn't have anything exciting about it. Oh yeah, I don't know, soon. I can't tonight, but I'll text you guys. Yeah, we do need to finish that. This trash monster, I freaking love. Yeah, just everything about him is cool. All the printing, the garbage pizza box, the freaking headpiece is cool. The skeleton fish, like the fish skeleton, the fly, the jack-o'-lantern. That's just like a great use of parts, basically. Chocolatier is fun. She's also making that kind of like focused face. Another, and she's got another hat hair combo element there. And the chocolate dragon is cool. This dragon is a recolor from the Dungeons and Dragons CMF series from last year. Loved that one too. Tuba player, super cool. Nice printing on him. Great tuba element. I've seen a picture of this tuba. It's hollow on the other side, which is a little disappointing. I don't know about like the bell. Like hopefully the bell is solid all the way around, but like the back part of the like body of the tuba is hollow. That's kind of boring. The noise. And then yeah, there's this soccer player. Cool prints, you know, whatever. Dual molar legs, nice hairpiece. He's fine. Again, I don't hate him. I'm just like not as excited about him as most of the other figures. This witch girl I freaking love. She's got printed kitty boots. Cool, like starry skirt piece. Again, hat hair combo. I really need them to make a hat hair combo kind of like that for Gandalf. I realize that's something I feel like is missing with like the official Gandalf figure is the shape of the hat is like a little too generic, like witch hat-y, and also you don't have any of his hair. He looks really good when you have like the long flowing hair piece on the minifigure, but then when you swap it out for the hat, he just kind of loses something. So I hope they make a part like that for Gandalf. Probably not exactly the same, but something like that. And then that cat is cool. Pretty sure that's a brand new mold for the cat. So like a sitting cat mold is cool. And then the Ronin, of course. And then this last one, I've seen some people saying they don't like this one, but I love this one. This like elf princess chick. Super cool. Really nice dress printing. I don't know what the back of her dress looks like, but hopefully that's printed. And then she comes with a glass chalice. That's whatever. But the hairpiece is super cool. The face print is nice. The dress is great. And then it comes with a pony, a unicorn pony. So, yeah. And the horn comes off, too. I think that's clear, that horn. Maybe it's opalescent or something. That'd be cool. The horn comes off. I'm sure it comes with an extra horn, too. But yeah, I really love this series. I'm hoping that I can find some of these more easily as time goes on, because the past few series have been really good as far as availability goes. So hopefully there's like this kind of initial rush where they're hard to find, and then once the scalpers kind of give up, they'll be easier to find. But yeah, I love this Ronin. Super awesome figure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. Get the bin view here on camera. See how long I'm streaming for. Yeah, I think that's a very respectable amount of time to be streaming. Thank you for watching, Chummy. I had a couple other people like tune in, but nobody was saying anything in the chat, so appreciate you as always coming in. Do you want to see anything before I go? Is any requests before I end the stream? I don't know how bad the delay is, but here's a tree build as we're sitting here waiting around. Hang on. Oh, okay. Ronin and tree. Bye!